Good evening, a very warm welcome to this edition of Business at 9 here on ET Now. I'm Vikram, and our hot topic of discussion is a possible televised debate, US presidential style televised debate. Is it even possible in India? Well, the gauntlet has been thrown by the BJP, no less, inviting the Congress to get into a debate which would be televised. American elections, they of course are known for televised presidential debates, where two contenders, they discuss the debate agendas. But what really is happening in India? Let's just listen in to the kind of quality of political discourse that is taking place. We have been watching, we have been listening to what a BJP MP, Navneet Rana, has been saying, giving a kind of 15-second challenge to her opponents amidst loud cheers. That clip has caused a massive uproar, by the way. But another BJP leader, Smriti Irani, has challenged her opponents to engage her in a TV debate. Star Congress campaigner Priyanka Gandhi is connecting with voters in small groups as well. And now, the former Supreme Court Justice Madan B. Lokur, the former Chief Justice of Delhi High Court Ajit P. Shah, and senior journalist N. Ram, they've invited both Narendra Modi and Rahul Gandhi to a meaningful public debate. The question is this time for Indian politicians to engage in mature debates now instead of hurling these wild allegations at political rallies and make these counter allegations in rallies on social media as well? In fact, let's just listen in to the kind of political discourse that has been flying around in these elections. Navneet Rana, I was just mentioning, just listen to what she has said. That's the kind of political discourse right now. Let's discuss this with Sanjay Jha. He's, of course, an Indian politician, the former national spokesperson for the Congress. Also joining us is columnist Yuvraj Pokharna. Great to have you, gentlemen, and thank you for making the time. Yuvraj Pokharna, to you first. I was watching the kind of political discourse between the BJP's candidate from Amravati, Navneet Rana. I was telling our viewers about it. The kind of discourse flying around between her and the Oasis. You know, without getting into what is being said over there, it is extremely confrontational and not the kind of civilized debate that you would hope to see in a thriving democracy. So my simple question to begin is this call for a debate by Smriti Irani to the Gandhis, if it is even heeded, what kind of subjects do you see getting raised that would actually help voters?
Hello Vikram, it's nice to be with you. For starters, when Smriti Irani has made a clarion call inviting the Gandhi scions for a debate. So I think issues vary, but when it's about the general elections, the general issues are, of course, development, especially infrastructure, development related to women empowerment, women security. And India is an aspiring nation. I won't use the term developing, but I rather use the term aspiring nation. So the issues that we have are very much facile to people discussing in English like you and me. But these are very core issues to the poor voters, to the villagers. Just bear with me for the 30 seconds. I mean, Smriti Irani has made electrification possible for 1.5 lakh homes. She has erected 1.14 lakhs homes under PM Awas Yojana. She's erected the biggest Coca-Cola plant. I mean, she has built roads, she has built lakes. So these are the issues that connect with the poor voters, the voters of the tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 cities. She has erected hospitals, she has erected a medical college, military school. These are the basic issues that we call roti kapda makan.
Right.
And the base voter is not concerned with the politics of appeasement, tushti-karan, communalization.
So you think this is going to be a marked improvement? The kind of debate that would happen would raise very different issues from what is being spoken about from these political rallies ahead of the elections. Listen into what Smriti Irani has said as well. I've got that bite here.
मेरा आज इन सबको एक चुनौती है. आप अपना चैनल पिक करिए, एंकर चुनिए, मुद्दा चुनिए, स्थल चुनिए, तारीख चुनिए. दोनों भाई बहन एक तरफ और भाजपा के एक प्रवक्ता एक तरफ। दूध का दूध पानी का पानी वहीं हो जाएगा किसमें कितना दम है। मुद्दों से खुद कांग्रेस पार्टी भाग रही है।
बाकी समय आपके लिए सिर्फ 5 किलो का राशन है बस, और इस 5 किलो के राशन में किसी का पेट नहीं भर रहा है। मिल रहा है, ये अच्छी बात है, लेकिन इससे भविष्य नहीं बनेगा, इससे आप आत्मनिर्भर नहीं बन सकते।
Mr. Jha, what do you make of this entire possibility of a debate in our democratic system? We haven't had it in the past. Is it even possible to have this kind of debate that would be useful to the electorate, that would take it beyond the kind of political rhetoric which is so much around religion, etc.? Do you think that is something voters can expect or hope to get here?
Vikram, good evening. I think we are all entitled to wishful thinking. That is a fundamental right of every citizen. The panelists before me rattled off the BJP manifesto for amethi. Good luck to Yuvraj. But I would like to say one thing surely. In a country where the prime minister of the world's largest democracy over 10 years has the distinction of not holding a single press conference, you really think Mr. Modi will ever do a debate? I mean, he does not even speak on a public platform without a teleprompter. So, let's be real about it. I mean, it's nice of Smriti Irani to talk about kisme kitna dam hai, but let us start with some charity at home. The first thing Smriti Irani should do is to request her supreme boss, please go and hold a press conference before the media, including Vikram. You could ask some questions on the big 5 trillion, smoke screen that has been created. And my second point, look at the quality of public discourse by Mr. Modi himself. Here is the prime minister of this country who's got this dubious distinction of being accused of hate speech. Even the election commission that literally has become his handmaiden is compelled to send him a notice. So, end of day, let's get real, Vikram. India's politics or political discourse is puerile, is pathetic, it's of a highly pedestrian quality. And I blame the Bharatiya Janata Party for it because there is so much of hate speech. Can you imagine? You run one of the most popular business channels in India. Have you been able to tell the foreign investors that India's prime minister said in a campaign that the opposition will steal a buffalo? आप उसके भैंस को चुरा के कोई ले जाएगा? I mean, come on, we are joking the way we have made Indian democracy into a complete mockery.
Why? Why is this the scenario? Why have we not been able to raise the quality of our political discourse? Yuvraj, do you have an opinion on why we haven't had this kind of debate, that this invitation itself by Smriti Irani, by what we are seeing right now, in terms of a possibility even, is happening right now? And already in this election too, 3 phases are over.
Vikram, first of all, what Mr. Jha said is nothing but ratifies my own position. That is the reason that we need a civilized discourse and debate. Because, see, I started with a slew of works that BJP has done in Amethi. But in counter-attack, what Sanjay Jha did, he got personal, he attacked me. I mean, I was not rattling. In fact, he was the one who was rattling. And yes, our polity has been long guided and swayed by the communalism, by the appeasement of the Congress. And this is the time that we need a healthy discourse. Yes, let's get the candidates in the fray on board, and let's get them discuss their report card. Aapne kya kiya, aapne kya kiya? And what I feel is the clincher of the 2024 election is our electorate has matured to a very higher level, wherein he has become a baniya. आप मेरे को क्या दोगे वो देख के मैं आपको वोट करूंगा. I'm not here to vote on caste, religion, creed, sect. And this is why I believe that we need a healthy discourse. So Sanjay ji, instead of getting personal with me, attacking me, let us discuss the works done by the respective candidates. It's as simple as that.
That'd be a fair ask. This entire whataboutery, and again, we don't want to play the blame game on who started whataboutery, but a lot of that is happening. Can we raise the standard of the debate by talking about policies and how a certain policy, if a certain political party stands for it, how it's going to be accomplished?
Vikram, Mr. Yuvraj is a perfect example of fake news and whataboutery. Did I attack him? I just made a statement that he was rattling off data which
I
was
wasn't
obviously
rattled.
rehearsed and prepared.
It
Can
seems
I
that
look
you
at
are
it? He's
rattled,
already
Just,
interrupting
I'll
me.
come to you
Can
after,
see
Mr.
that?
Jha, but do finish, yes.
Sure.
Yeah. See, can you see that? The unparliamentary conduct, he's already interrupting me. This is the exact face of the BJP and its cheerleaders. But here is my simple point. The simple point is there is little respect for the audience or the voter. Did you see what the previous panelist said? He called India's voter a bania. Is that the language you use about an Indian voter who could be a farmer, who's a struggling MSME businessman, who's a young unemployed student? Learn to respect your voter. And I believe, Vikram, the tragedy of Indian politics is that we have no respect for the sensitivities of people because they have various needs. You and I are privileged to be on a very popular English-speaking business channel. Large sections of India are below the poverty line. And as we all know, they are not even in the middle class category till today. So there's a long way to go. Five kilogram of free food grains is given to almost 67% of India's population, which is 80 crore people. Stop calling them bania. This is the problem with a lot of people who come for political discussions, assuming that everybody who's a voter is an Adani or an Ambani. They are not. So the bottom line is this: politicians need to be transparent. Politicians need to make themselves open to question. And therefore, I believe that one prime minister who was accused of being a Manmohan gave 117 press conferences. Mr. Narendra Modi cannot speak without a teleprompter and hasn't held a single press conference. That is a manifestation of the problems of Indian democracy.
Well, at one level, we have Smriti Irani who is saying that a BJP spokesperson is going to be enough to take on the Gandhi siblings. From the Congress's side, I'm hearing that the netas that should be answering, they don't deserve to talk to the leadership, to our top leadership. That is what I'm hearing as well. So, I mean, if the two sides are not willing to talk to each other directly on a public platform, what good is this going to serve? Yuvraj?
Vikram, let me tell you very quickly. Smriti Irani's opponent is Mr. Kishori Lal Sharma, and if he goes into a debate with her, he will win it hands down.
That's one view. Yuvraj, what's your take? These leaders have to agree to come to a common platform. One can't say that they don't deserve to be spoken to. Another saying that you speak to a spokesperson. We are not going to talk.
I'm sure, Vikramji, when it's about conversing and having a dialogue, we three are on the same page. But again, I'm not just playing the victim's card, but Mr. Jha has been very much personal. But anyways, we three are on the same lines here. We need to have a proper dialogue. And it is only possible when the interlocutors, the different representatives of different parties, representatives come on a stage, then only we'll be in a position to discuss the respective report cards. And that is where we will be in a position to exalt our democracy to a whole different level. So that is why
we haven't had televised debates. I mean, every primetime show on a general news channel does have political debates. And of course, what we are hoping is the discourse to change, something at the time of elections where the electorate can help understand where two political parties facing each other, where they stand and how the policies that they are stating in the manifestos, what is the roadmap to achieve what they do. If there is clarity on that, if the two sides can do that, this kind of debate would be very welcome. There's no taking away from that. Yuvraj, Mr. Jha, thank you very much for joining us with your perspective on this edition of Business at 9. Appreciate you joining us.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.